Listen, sir. We need to get back to San Francisco. All of you. We came here to find parts, so I can go to work.
I came here.
You haven't done that.
I came here for the
footage.
It's okay. For the footage.
Albert's got his goddamn idiot. Listen, son.
That way they can watch us in a petting pantry, which is
Everett. I get Everett yelling at Henry.
cinema movie theater.
Everett, roll a power check really quick.
Power check?
Yeah, like while you're in the middle of your sentence.
I'm photographing Everett, like kind of pushing Henry around a little bit.
I got a 006. I got 6.
You got a 6?
So,
okay.
I don't know what it is, but I think I won.
So what that means is, so remember how I said there's a door leading from the galley into the rest of the ship? It's got like a curtain on it, and you notice that the curtain moved. So like,
hold on, everybody, shut the fuck up!
I take the beetle.
And I start walking slowly towards that curtain.
Alrighty, so just so everybody at home can see, I've sent this map to everybody else, but here's the rest of the ship now that they've gone out of the galley. So the galley is here. You see where this line is? That's where the galley is. This is where you just came down from. So this is a staircase that leads further down into the cargo holds. These cargo sections are just where you can see down into the cargo holds, and then everything else is actually on this floor. So, if you guys see your maps, if you don't see a map, then I could just kind of describe what you see. Essentially, it is a long hallway with about 6 doors on the side. There's one of them marked Captain's Quarters, another one called Crew Cabin, one labeled Larder. 2 of them labeled Crew Cabins, actually. One labeled Larder, and then the rest of them are just labeled Cargo. And then there's a staircase that leads down into the lower deck.
Well, I'll follow him, and as I follow Everett, I look. I have this, this new specimen in a jar, and I see that eelskin bag, and I go, oh, and I pick it up, and I put the jar in it.
Oh, there's something inside that eelskin bag.
Like, I can't put the bug in there?
No,
like
you notice it as you're opening it to put the bug in there.
I look inside at it.
Alright, so inside there is...
I know it's a trap.
As you're opening the eelskin bag, you notice that there's like a mound of fine powder inside of it.
Well, I know what that is.
Yeah. And also, roll a power check.
I failed that. 78, and by power of 15.
Alrighty, you hear Everett yell, Louis, bring your damn bugs over here! But Everett didn't yell that.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, Mike, why didn't Mike just... Not to break the illusion for a second.
Yeah, you heard it from like a different room, but you see Everett in front of you.
This bag is full.
What do you do with the bag?
I flip it over and dump all the stuff out of it.
Oh. Okay. Everybody roll power checks.
Another power check to dump all the stuff out?
No, not you, Chris. Everybody else roll a power check.
Oh,
I got it.
I got it. I got 22 out of 55,
19.
So...
I got 64.
Yeah, so...
So you failed.
Wait, who failed?
Mike did.
Mike failed.
Mike, you feel compelled to take that eelskin bag and get that powder back in that bag.
Give me that eelskin bag.
Oh, okay. Easily dominated.
This needs to go back in here. We are archaeologists on this mission, and we're also boat repairmen. And boat repairmen don't steal.
I worked on a boat. I stole shit all the time.
Everett.
Fuck you, Alfred!
Everett.
Yeah.
As you're getting you touch the powder, To put it in the bag, roll a Constitution check.
Okay.
Oh, you have a low Constitution. Shit.
I have 009 though.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you put it all in the bag, and you don't put any of it in your nose.
Sounds like something I would actually do.
You're such a badass, you snort the powder, and then blow it back out.
Don't do drugs or unknown powders from
you pocket the eelskin bag into your satchel.
Did.
And anyway, there is now, again, 2 cruise cabins, 1 place marked captain's quarters, 4 places labeled cargo hold, and then a staircase going down that says, there's like a little sign that says lower decks cargo hold on it.
Sounds like I'm in the lead right now, right?
Anybody is.
Yeah.
But you're the explorer,
captain's
so...
quarter.
Yeah. You want to go to the captain's quarters?
First things first, I'm going to the captain's quarter.
Alrighty. The captain's quarters is locked, but it is an old rickety boat. Meaning you can use strength to burst down the door if you want to.
I'm gonna kick that mother foe down.
I'm watching. I got it. I'm getting it. Well, I gotta change reels really quick.
Wait a second.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, hold on. Got strength. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Hold on.
Strength or a power thing?
Strength.
All right.
What? 4 minutes.
I got 68, but my strength is 70.
So you're good. Yeah, you got it.
Bam! Bam! That's what I say when I kick it down.
I just got it on camera.
Alrighty. So as you kick open the door, a bunch of dust kicks up into the air, and the door just kind of the door swings open, but one of its hinges is now broke, and then after a moment, it just kind of falls to the floor and makes a loud crashing sound as it hits the floor. This room is better furnished than seemingly the rest of the boat, in that it has a bed and a mattress in it. Soiled clothing lies strewn across the floor, and the walls are densely hung with assorted trinkets and gewgaws from Asian ports, Malayan demon masks, a cape of feathers, and from Panape, etc. Let's see. Louis, or who is directly behind Everett?
Behind me?
Probably me.
Probably Louis? Okay.
I'd say so, yeah. You know,
Louis, roll spot hidden.
changing words. 47.
Alrighty.
I passed.
You notice something under the bed.
Is it wiggly? Like, am I interested in it, or is it just, like, something to notice?
It's something to notice. Like, it's kind of shiny.
Sorry.
What is it?
It's Mr. Explorer Man Everett. There's something shiny under the bed. If you'd like to look at it.
Alright.
And I yell that backwards behind me just in case. Mr. Everett, under the bed over here. If you'd like to look at it, I know it's kind of your thing.
Well, why don't you pick it up yourself, kid?
Hey, Henry.
He's like, wait,
I'm 57 years old.
Henry.
Yes.
Roll a power check really quick.
Oh yeah, that's good. 35.
You have a strong worry that maybe you aren't being enough of a go-getter.
You know what? I got it. I'm gonna go pick up the shiny thing.
The shiny thing.
You're gonna pick.
I'll pick proactive.
You go to get the thing under the bed?
Yep.
Okay. So, you pull out a sea chest that was stored under the bed. Roll an accounting check. You don't have to do this, but I'm making you do it.
Yeah.
'Cause you're
Yeah. Man, I nailed that accounting check. My accounting 70.
Hell yeah, you did. It's got $1,050 in gold coins from assorted mintings and a .32 caliber revolver. At the bottom of the chest, wrapped in a black cloth, is a tiny figurine of a humanoid figure with Asian features and a beard of tentacles.
I've seen this before. First of all, that gold is mine.
Oh. Mike, roll an occultism check.
Oh yeah.
Look at I'm doing it. I'm making people not roll spot hidden.
As I see the thing with the tentacles, I go,
Golly.
And I recorded.
I got 95, so nope.
Nope. You recognize this as something that could potentially seem fetishistic, but not necessarily like, well, like tribal fetish kind of thing, where it definitely looks like something that was worshipped, but you're not entirely sure why or what it is or where it's from. It doesn't necessarily seem Asian either. Oh, yeah, it actually does. I take that back. It definitely just describes it as totally being Asian. So, but yeah, you realize it's from Asia, but it's not. It doesn't look like anything that you've studied when you explored there.
What
is it, Mr. Everett? What is that? You know all about this stuff, right? You've seen this before?
Yeah, Alfred, absolutely. This is definitely Asian. 100%.
Is that like from New York or Massachusetts?
It's like from Chinatown. Think about that.
Chinatown, New York.
Anywhere. Yep.
Anywhere. Chinatown in every city.
Yep. And it's
What do you
definitely
think China is?
This was definitely used for pleasure.
Are there any books or anything in here? Like
There are some books, but they are all written in a Asian dialect. Roll language.
Oh.
You know languages.
I know. I don't know. I didn't pick which other languages I know.
Roll it anyway. We'll see if
Yep.
you know.
Yep. I'd like to. Can I use library use or languages first?
Languages. Yeah.
Because I have language and language cipher. All right. So languages. 20.
Okay, you recognize it as Mandarin specifically, but unfortunately you don't necessarily read Mandarin, but you do know now specifically where in China that this originates from.
It's the place where they get the oranges.
Yeah. Alrighty, and then that is this room.
I'm gonna hold on to this gun for safekeeping.
Oh, man, action.
Hey, speaking of which,
start to gravitate towards Henry a little.
Everett, roll an intelligence check about that gun.
I got 24, and I'm very smart.
All right, Everett, you recognize that the gun has not been cleaned and used in ages, so it will break if used improperly, and it might not be safe to use. You can do whatever you want with that information. You don't necessarily have to tell them.
I say nothing. I keep that to myself.
I'm just putting it in my briefcase.
Ty, when you check the gun, you do notice it does have 3 bullets in it.
Oh. Well, this is very dangerous.
Oh my.
Put it away.
Alrighty, and that is the captain's quarters. So what's remaining again is there's 2 crew cabins and 4 doors that are labeled cargo, and then a stairs downward.
Should we split up, gang?
That sounds like a horrible idea.
I was thinking about looking in the cargo. I think we need to get a move on. It is getting late. I've got places to be. I think we look for these parts.
I would say if there are parts, they're maybe in cargo. Yeah.
What's a larder?
The larder is where they keep food.
Mm-hmm.
I googled that, which is what I call thinking of something.
Like I'm calling on my great intellect.
Starting that as a thing that people say in the 1920s.
Actually, Everett, roll an idea check really quick.
To invent Google real quick.
Real quick is what I got 12. Idea check is against what?
Whatever your intelligence is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, I don't know what that's against.
So you got it?
I'm good. Yeah.
Larder, yeah, they mostly carry food in there, but there's a small chance that they might have ship parts in there too.
I really did Google that. You didn't need to intelligence check me.
But now you know that there's a reason you might want to go in there.
Well, I don't have a reason to go in there. I'm not hungry. Is anyone here hungry?
I had a big hot dog.
When?
At one point in your life? Great.
I ate one once. It was good.
No, but there might be some interesting specimens in with the food and the when things begin to rot. There could be some interesting species of flies.
That's a good point.
I wouldn't mind taking a look.
Yeah, how rotten this food is, and give us a good idea of how long this has been adrift. Let's go in the larder.
Alrighty.
What about you, Mr. Accountant Man?
I'm going to cargo. We need to get parts. We need to go. I'm going to cargo.
I'm gonna follow Cargo Man. What's your name, by the way?
I'm Henry Francis.
I'm Buster Keaton.
Nice to meet you, Buster. That sounds vaguely familiar.
Henry Francis.
You may have heard of me. I directed Battleship Potemkin.
Oh, great flick.
And The General. And I could go on.
Anyway, so we'll split the party in a sec. Basically what it is Mike and Chris, you're going to go off to the larder. Everybody else is
Henry Francis, real quick, before we separate, I want you to know that I think one day your name will be famous as a main character on the show Mad Men. I just want you to know that it will be known.
Is that real?
As a main character from Mad Men.
We didn't know that. This
I
is
didn't know that
for
either.
never watching Mad Men.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I've never seen it either.
He's not that interesting of a character.
Alrighty.
I'm following him.
So, larder team. There's a door marked larder. It does have a lock on it, but the lock has since rusted off, so there's just a latch hanging on it.
I think we should double kick this door down. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With all strength,
You don't need to roll a strength check because I just have confidence in your ability to do this because it is an opened swinging door. So you kick the door
It'll be
in.
fun.
You kick the door in, the exact same thing happens.
When he
except
does like a big stomp, I do like a shin kick, like at the door.
What's even better about this door is that it's a pull door instead of a push door, so you kick it, but it just explodes off of the hinges and then just falls forward. And you guys step out of the way of it as it makes a big dust cloud. Anyway, the shelves of this tiny pantry are stocked with ruined sacks of rice and flour, salted pork and fish, and a few flasks of lantern oil, and a water barrel. Would either of you like to roll an idea check?
Yeah, I'll roll one. And that's just against my
Intelligence.
intelligence. So 19, I passed.
Okay.
A lot.
So you've been on a few expeditions in your day because you've studied over abroad bugs and stuff like that. You notice that this Chinese junk is only stocked for a short voyage, not for an overseas trip. So
I'll communicate that
also,
to Everett. Yeah.
you communicate that to Everett. You also hear a thud and a squish.
Oh.
It sounds like it's coming directly from Everett.
Are you having a bowel movement, Mr. Everett? It's that's quite a thud and squish you're making over there, and
Excuse me? I'm on a 90-day Indonesian fast. It's something I learned in Indonesia. So no, I'm not having a squishy stomach.
I look to see where he's walking. Do I see like
Who?
You notice
like
there's a dead
something?
bug under his foot.
Mr. Everett, could you please lift your left shoe off the ground for me, please, sir? Take out my pen. I grab his foot and I pick it up and I start scraping the
Oh
remains.
boy, that is very red and yellow and all sorts of colors.
I take out a handkerchief and I scrape it onto a handkerchief. What do I see?
Just a whole bunch of gross bug parts.
I smell it.
Roll a power check.
A power check. Jeez. I rolled a 68. Failed.
You failed?
Exponentially. Yeah. by a lot.
You think Everett killed this bug on purpose because you know that he knows that you like bugs.
I mean, I don't mind if bugs are dead. I just like to study them.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you know, if Mr. Everett, if you hadn't stepped on this this innocent creature that was only living in its own natural
Jesus Christ,
habitat here
get
on
yourself together. We're on a rescue mission. Any bugs that die on this mission don't matter at all. We're rescuing a ferry.
This could have been very valuable. Do you know of a disease? It's new, called cancer, Mr. Everett.
I have no reason to believe that anything called cancer exists. And I light up a cigarette.
I could potentially cure it now, and it could be less of a future issue. Or it's kind of, or polio. I could,
if I have cancer or polio, you can cure it right now, right here on this sinking Chinese ship.
I have several doctorates, Mr. Everett, and
okay. Can I just go ahead and slap him in the face and move on to continue looking through this?
So as
hold on. Continue looking through this. Larder.
Unfortunately, all that is left inside of the larder is just rotting food. But you did notice it wasn't enough for a long voyage. Is all. But you don't notice any ship parts.
I don't slap him in the face then. I'm sorry.
Don't slap him. So we'll cut back to the cargo people.
Quickly, I put the handkerchief in another test tube.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of them in the coat.
Yep.
So we're at Team Cargo Hold. So did you guys want to go to the stairs that lead down into the cargo hold, or just one of the doors off to the side?
One of the doors.
Okay.
I'm just following you.
You guys find a door labeled cargo hold. It doesn't have a latch on it at all. It's just one of those doors that you can kind of push in either direction and it returns back to its position.
I've seen these before. I walked through it.
Okay, so you open the door. Essentially what you see is kind of like a balcony with a railing and then a dark pit underneath it. So that dark pit is the cargo hold that is underneath the ship. You know, the staircase that leads down. You can now see down into that hold, but there seems to be no way to get down there from this railing. However, it's just a little bit too dark. Did either of you have a light source?
I don't think I do.
I do not. Not on me.
Okay. Yeah, so basically what you see is what you can now assume that all these cargo doors on this level of the ship just look down into the cargo hold.
So it's a balcony.
Yeah, it's a balcony that looks down into the cargo hold, and it's essentially used that if they can stack enough boxes, they can access the top boxes from here.
I think we gotta go down.
Yeah, let's go down.
You can also look up, and there's a hole in the ceiling that you can see the sky out of.
No. Well, let's go down.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, okay.
But because it's 1:30, 2 in the morning, who knows what time, because the fog kind of messed with time. You don't know what time it is. You still can't see down into the cargo hold. Okay, so what did you decide to do?
We go downstairs.
All right. Do you all meet up back again now that you guys have investigated the cargo door and then you guys are done with the larder? Do you meet back up again, or is there other places you'd like to go? There's still the 2 crew cabins.
I'm heading down.
Yeah, I'm heading down with Ty.
Alrighty. So both of you, whoever is,
I'd say I'd go back to. I'd go with them. I mean, I don't see a point of examining the crew cabins. Unless you guys do. I mean, we're not going to keep ship parts in those suitcases.
is Tom. Roll a spot hidden really quick.
Okay. Got a 28 out of 65, so.
Alrighty.
I got it.
Tom, you notice that there's a couple of weird panels in the floor that are kind of near that staircase that you were heading towards.
Look at that! That's all. Can I get closer to it?
Sure. Yeah.
So I bend down, I guess, and kind of put my hand over it.
What do you see, Buster?
They look like things that you can lift.
I'm like, who's Buster? Oh, yeah. I can lift them?
Yeah.
Okay. I just kind of seen these before.
So these are smuggler holes that are built in the ship so that they can hide contraband.
Yeah, I have seen these before.
Yeah. So,
okay, well, I don't mention this to anybody.
Okay, inside there's 200 pounds of pure opium. And
How do you do opium? My character would know, but I don't.
What?
All sorts of ways, kids.
There are 3.
Mainly through the anus.
There's 3 30 caliber bolt action carbine rifles and a box of 50 bullets as well.
Oh, interesting. I don't know what to do with this information. I know, I'm just like looking at it for a second. I guess they're like what'd you say they were? Guns?
There's 3 guns and then a whole bunch of opium.
The rifles, though, right?
Yeah, they're carbine rifles.
I can't like take one without anybody noticing.
Yeah, everybody would notice. Also, they look really old.
Yeah.
They look
okay,
older
well, I guess
than
I'll
the
tell
gun.
everybody.
They look older than the gun that Henry pulled out of that box.
Okay.
So, like the one that Henry pulled out, like, you kind of have to know guns in order to know that it was probably not going to work. But those carbines just totally look like they're not going to work.
Oh, they don't look like they're gonna.
They might work, but it's probably not safe at all to use them.
Okay. Hey, Everett, you see these? You use these in the war, right?
Yeah, they use them in all sorts of wars. I've never been in a U.S. war, just the war of man versus element.
You got it.
I'm not thinking of my own.
I lift one towards him. Like, you think you need? You think you can use this?
Mike, roll an intelligence check. Everett, roll an intelligence check.
Oh no! I got 96. No.
Yeah, those are guns, all right.
Do you want to take one? What else was in there? Oh, opium.
Just a whole fuck ton of opium.
I just pocket that.
You just pocket all that opium?
How much?
How many pounds?
200 pounds.
Yeah, I got a big pocket. I take some
gigantic
in my palm
pockets.
and
You take some in your palm?
Yeah, I put some in my pockets.
Roll a power check.
Okay. I don't know, what is opium? Is it powdery?
It's,
What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
right?
sure hope it's powdery because I've been banking everything on it looking like cocaine. I have no idea.
I think
I'm just gonna look it up on.
All the drugs are powder.
What does opium look like? Well, show me a bunch of plants.
I mean, yeah, it probably looks like plants now before you grind them up. Yeah, that's probably true. So it's probably...
Yeah, it's like a paste. It's kind of like a paste.
Okay, yeah, it's just a
Okay.
bunch of paste. And it's opium, you know?
Okay.
You know?
So I'm stuffing whatever it is in my. I got a 60. You said strength?
Power.
Power.
Which is like your constitution, I think, actually.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. I got 65 out of 50.
Which means you passed?
No, I failed.
Oh, you failed. Roll another constitution check.
Okay. Got a 10, so I did pass that one.
Okay, so you hear a gun go off near Henry's direction, but you still put the opium in your pockets.
So it sounds like put in my prison wallet.
Oh, jeez.